In the words that IDC use, you need to transform or perish, right? It's not really optional. So while you may be thinking like, well, it's expensive, it's this, that, it's not a matter if someone's coming, they're coming. Boeing, right? They took their historic analysis that they had on wings, engine fuel, the frames of the plane, all that stuff, and dropped it into that data into the cloud, put over artificial intelligence, augmented reality, big data, and they created a solution called disruption management that they're now selling as a service, offered as a service to the 300 global airlines. So here's this historic airplane company is now in the software space selling solutions, and they're selling that to the 300 global airlines. Because of course the airlines, if a plane is sitting there on the tarmac, you and I are upset, at the gate we're upset, and they're not making money. They make money when the planes are flying. So if you can have a predictive analysis tool, such as Boeing just created, that's going to tell you when you need to say this plane needs the landing gear or wheels kind of squeaky or whatever from predictive analysis, that's beneficial. So I think it's a brilliant idea, but that's how they've gone through and done their, as an example of a digital transformation. That's the kind of thing that's happening. So what does that mean to us accounting folks? Well, we got more rules. One is cloud computing on the cloud side, and that's under ASU 2015-05, and then website development, okay? Now, on the cloud, this is really where you have to do some advanced planning, okay? The advanced planning is going to be both on how you contractually work with your customers and how you're going to go to business. So the to-be-sold software accounting has to be used if the customer can take possession of your software and do so without incurring a significant penalty. So if you have your software and you've built it and it's very transportable, so you can move it from, let's say you have it hosted in your own data center, but whatever reason, you can move it very easily to someone else's cloud, AWS, Azure, Google Cloud, etc. And there's not a penalty to doing so. All those development costs to create your solution for your customer, let's say it was Boeing, and you knew you could make those requirements contractually and functionality, all that upfront cost had to be expensed. You don't get to capitalize that R&D thought process. But if for some reason you can't do it, either you didn't create the functionality or you did not contractually allow that without significant penalty, you can capitalize those costs as internal use. So that's why within this cloud environment and SaaS solutions, the accounting can make a big upfront, it can have a big impact, and you got to kind of plan ahead. That's the bottom line is you got to plan before you start saying, well, I'm going to go do this or I'm going to do that. You got to kind of think about there are accounting ramifications to how that's treated. And that's why you also need to know the two methodologies, the software to be sold and internal use.